I guess I was 8, maybe 9. Anyway, my best friend Judith Ann and I were playing in the backyard. And she said she'd heard this funny song. Did I want to hear it? And I said, sure. So she started singing. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why Santa Claus is dead. Well, we thought it was a riot. What we didn't know was that Doreen had been spying on us. And having heard this, Doreen runs into the bathroom, she locks herself in, and she won't stop crying. And of course, I catch hell for it, because my mother thought that we'd done it on purpose. See, Doreen didn't know yet about Santa, or at least she wasn't willing to admit to it. And I felt terrible. I remember when I found out, it's like believing that somebody loves you when you know they really don't. And you just hate to give up your illusions, you know? Anyway, that was the Christmas that I got this China doll. It was one of a kind, hand-painted, with the sweetest face. And for weeks, I'd been begging my mother to buy this doll for me. I'd seen it in the window of this toy store on Larchmont. She had long blonde braids and a white lace pinafore over this red velvet dress. And she had little Mary Janes that really buckled. I loved this doll. About 2 days before Christmas, I went down to look at her in the window, and she was gone. Well, I nearly died. I ran in and I asked them what had happened to her, and the owner said they'd sold it. Well, what he didn't tell me is that he'd sold it to my mother. And there she was, under the tree on Christmas morning. I was the happiest kid in the world. Or at least in Hancock Park, you know. Well, the day after Christmas, Doreen goes into my room and she steals it. And I never saw it again. She dug a hole and buried it someplace in the neighborhood. By the time she got around to admitting that she'd done it, she said she couldn't remember where she buried it. That was it. When I look back on it now, I realize that maybe it served me right. You know, I'd taken something away from her that could never be returned.
Maybe not. Maybe you just confirmed something she already knew.
Do you think?
Living in time and feeling every moment. Do I walk into tomorrow and never look behind? In a perfect world, everyone's dreams would all come true. How will it all unfold? I wish I knew. As I try to learn the answer, and I stumble along the way, I am powered by the love in my heart, by the thoughts in my mind, by the dreams I dream each day. What will the future hold? I wonder, what will the future hold? How will it all unfold? I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
What's the matter?
Girls play baseball, too.
Happy?
You were supposed to wrap it.
There. She'll never guess what it is.
The date is completely arbitrary. There's no historical evidence that Christ was born on December 25th.
Really?
No. It wasn't adopted until the year 354 by Bishop Liberius of Rome.
How you know that?
At Harvard, I had a minor in comparative religions. Besides, it rains in December in the Holy Land. And I don't believe that shepherds would be out tending their flocks in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Yeah, wet wool really stinks.
You know, the holiday traditions that we know are fairly recent inventions. You know, we didn't even have Christmas trees until after 1840. That's when Queen Victoria married Prince Albert, and he brought the custom to England from Germany, and then it finally made its way here.
What about Santa Claus?
I'm sorry to break this to you, but he doesn't exist.
Don't tell Rosie.
Don't tell Rosie what?
There is no Santa Claus.
I know that, but I still believe in him. Thank you, George.
All right, people, gather around. This is the moment we have all been waiting for. The official holiday gift drawing. So, come on, come on. Now, it's very simple. Everybody takes one piece of paper from this little bag. That's one, Hank. And on it, you're going to find the name of the person you have to buy a gift for. Please do not tell anyone whose name you have drawn. I know that some of you have a hard time keeping secrets. Now, the limit this year is $15.
Does that include tax?
I hope you didn't draw me.
We'll be exchanging gifts at the office party this year, which is Christmas Eve day. I think you all know what you're supposed to be bringing. In case you've forgotten, Carole has a list of everything. If anybody wants to leave early that day, they may. I'll be holding down fort till the regular closing time. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and please, this year, no fruitcake.
You got it.
All right, who didn't get a ticket? Did you get one? Okay. Here we go.
How long are these good for?
I hear there's been one in circulation since 1947. So who'd you get?
We're not supposed to tell.
Oh, come on. Everybody does. Well, in my family, they do.
Okay, you first. Who do you draw?
I can't tell. Well, you know him, and then you'll tell him, then he wouldn't be surprised.
What, are you saying I can't keep a secret?
Yes.
Watch me.
Okay, I won't ask. Forget it. So what do I get a man for under $15?
Does he have any hobbies?
I don't know.
What's he do for fun?
I don't know.
Buy him a tie.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What's this?
It's a favor, Rosie. Lucy Seligman broke her foot skiing, and I need someone to cover.
What's the case?
I don't know.
My favorite kind.
Your family here for the holidays?
Yeah. My brother's gonna be here. My mom's sister's coming in from Chicago.
What about you, Rosie? What are you doing?
Well, on Christmas Eve, we have a big family dinner. Then we light a fire, we sing carols, and we go to midnight mass. It's the one time of year I really look forward to. Then we come back home, we have big bowls of oyster stew, and we open up one special present, a Christmas Eve gift. Then we go to bed. Then the next day, we come back, rip open the rest of the booty, and have a big, huge breakfast together.
It's just like Hanukkah at my house. Food, friends, gifts, a rededication to what's important in our lives, a moment to reflect on the future, a celebration of our children, our heritage. All right, come on, I just get carried away this time of year.
I do too. It's gonna be a great Christmas if I get all my shopping done. I'm late. Goodbye.
Bye, I'll see you.
Oh, Ben. Wait, shut the door.
What's the case?
Rosie. I drew her name.
You're not supposed to tell, Hank.
What am I gonna buy her for $15? She's got everything.
You know what I would get her?
What?
I would get her a gift certificate.
Oh, yeah. Well, that kind of narrows it down. Thanks.
Welcome. Merry Christmas.
The perfect holiday gift right here. Merry Christmas, Rosie.
Merry Christmas, Gags. Oh, Jojo, sorry, I forgot about your new leaf.
Can I interest you in some discount Christmas apparel? Delivered, pre-wrapped, one size fits all, unisex. Comes in 2 different colors, red and green. Perfectly priced for this year's office party gift limit of $15, tax included.
You got a permit for this? It's illegal.
No, I'm not selling. This is my showroom. I deliver the goods to your office, COD. Take a gander, feel the quality.
It's not bad, but it's not what I'm looking for, thanks.
Who'd you draw?
Hank.
Hey, you're not supposed to tell.
Do you have any suggestions?
You have any hobbies?
I don't know.
What's he do for fun?
I don't know.
Buy him one of these. Huh? I got Joy to the World, Oh Holy Night, and, deck the halls.
I don't think so.
I tell you what, I got a shopping service. You give me 20 bucks and I'll do the rest. You tell me what you got in mind or I'll come up with a few suggestions. But you got the time to go running around.
You take a check?
Sure, I trust you.
I'm looking for Mr. Sven Anderson, please. Thanks.
Hi, Rosie.
Mr. Anderson?
Where is Lucy?
Oh, well, she's had an accident. I'm Rosie O'Neill. I'm taking over for her.
Oofda.
What?
I must get out of here.
Yes, why don't you sit down, Mr. Anderson, and we'll talk about it. Please, sit down. Mr. Ingerson, I'm making a motion to suppress and to set aside the lower court's decision to hold you to answer.
I did not do anything.
Well, could you just tell me what happened?
Well, I forgot my keys and crawled through the window. I think somebody saw me, called the police. They arrest me when I come out with some merchandise. It is my warehouse. I store stuff there.
What kind of stuff?
Handcrafted items from around the world. I am in the export gift business.
You're accused of stealing children's toys?
Look, Miss O'Neill, this is the busy time of year for me. I have a tight schedule. Deliveries right up to Christmas Eve. You must do something.
All right. Mr. Ingerson, now, you couldn't produce any identification for the police. You didn't have a rental agreement from the current landlord.
That is all handled by somebody in the central office.
Oh, well, where is that?
Please, I've got to get out of here.
Well, I can see if I can have the bill reduced at the next hearing.
And what if you cannot?
Well, then you don't go home for the holidays. I'm sorry.
Oofda. Oofda, oofda, oofda. I will tell you the truth. It is the only way. I have no other choice. I must get out of here. Can you keep a secret? Are you sure?
Mr. Ingerson, we have an attorney-client relationship. Anything you say to me will be held in strictest confidence.
I am an elf.
I beg your pardon?
I am a member of the Exceptional Life Foundation, ELF.
You're an elf?
Oh, if I did not get out of here on Christmas Eve, boy, a lot of children are going to be very disappointed.
Mr. Ingerson, you know, you're facing some very serious charges here.
Look, Miss O'Neill, I know this is difficult for you to accept. Children have no trouble believing me. Adults always do.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ingerson, but it's difficult for me to go to the court and ask for them to excuse your antisocial behavior because you're an elf.
I was not always one. For most of my life, I was just a very small man. I wanted to be a singer and a composer. Nobody would take me seriously. They never gave me a chance. It is an unfortunate world we live in, Miss O'Neill. People do judge a book by its cover. We are prejudiced and willing to stereotype people who are a little different. I bet you never dated anyone shorter than yourself, now did you?
Well, Mr. Ingerson, we're not here to discuss my love life. No, you were saying?
Anyway, one day I was walking down the street, and this man walked up to me, who was even shorter than I am. And he said, "Ye are destined for an exceptional life, a life of helping others." Met with a recruiter, took a written test, a psychological exam, which I passed. They sent me to the North Pole to meet with the big boss, and I went to work in shipping. I was promoted, and then 5 years ago, I was sent to the Los Angeles depot, where I am now in charge. I think you know the rest of the story.
Mr. Ingerson, if I can get your bail reduced, is there someone you'd like me to call?
Oh. Elves do not have telephones.
Of course.
Your Honor, these are a few of the toys that were confiscated by the arresting officers from the warehouse. I submit that the inventory which includes over 500 items valued at well over $40,000, was properly admitted by the court below.
Your Honor, the prosecution has failed to establish that any of these items is stolen property.
Your Honor, the defendant couldn't produce one receipt. There's nothing that shows ownership. Besides, there are no serial numbers on anything, no labels.
That doesn't mean that it's stolen. No one has reported any of this missing. We can't just assume that Mr. Ingerson has acquired any of this illegally.
I agree. I find reasonable cause to believe that the crime of receiving stolen property has not been shown. You may, of course, refile when you've got something concrete. However, the defendant will stand trial for second-degree burglary.
Your Honor, in light of this change, I'd like to request that Mr. Ingerson's bail be reduced. He has no prior record, and he stands to lose.
Your Honor, I have to get out of here before Christmas Eve. I have only $1,000, but you can have the whole thing if you let me go.
Miss O'Neill, kindly instruct your client to sit down.
Yes, sir.
But a lot of children will be disappointed.
Sit down.
Be quiet. I apologize, Your Honor. Christmas means a great deal to my client. He would like to be with his family and friends, as we all would, of course.
Would you spare me, please? Bail is reduced to $1,500, and trial will commence on Monday at 7 p.m.
Your Honor, that's Christmas Eve.
Yes, it is. It has been scheduled for some weeks now. Did you not check your calendar?
Well, I inherited this case just a few days ago, Your Honor, but yes, I saw the date, but I thought it was a mistake.
Well, it's not. Why should that night be different from any other? I have a backlog of cases, Miss O'Neill. I am willing to spend some time in night court in the interest of justice and a speedy trial.
But it's Christmas Eve. You want to convene night court on Christmas Eve?
Miss O'Neill, I am a great supporter of the separation of church and state.
What makes Christian celebrations any more important than Hanukkah, Chinese New Year, or the Muslim holiday Ramadan?
Say something.
I have no objections, Your Honor.
Good.
Wimp.
What was that?
Nothing, Your Honor.
And understand this. I will hold anyone in contempt of court who does not show up that night. This court is adjourned.
How can he get away with it?
Well, it's his court, it's his rules, Rosie. I'm sorry, I just didn't know.
Well, it's un-American.
It may be, but it's also legal. Look, Binghamton is making a point. It's just too bad he's using you to do it.
Okay. Fine, I agree. I mean, we shouldn't show preference for one holiday over another, but we've been doing it for so long that it's tradition. I mean, nobody works on Christmas Eve.
I do. But then you work on Passover, so I guess we're even. When I was in the Army, I was stationed in Georgia. And all year long, I had to listen to these crackers referred to me as the guy who killed Jesus. And then on Christmas Eve, they turned the whole base over to all the Jewish guys in the outfit. So for one night, I was the commanding officer. It's a good thing I'm a pacifist.
How'd you feel about being drafted again?
I'd love to, Rosie, but we have a dinner party we have to go to Christmas Eve, and Harriet's folks are there, so we can't get out of it.
You think he'd hold me in contempt if I didn't show?
Oh, you can bet on it. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you, Rosie. Anything else?
Yeah. Got any ideas what I can get Hank? I drew his name.
Rosie, you're not supposed to tell.
Well, I want to get something special.
Well, get him a gift certificate.
Rosie, I heard you have to work Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Rosie?
Yeah.
You're not going to believe this, but I can't find zip on Mr. Ingerson. No DMV, no rental records, no Social Security, no credit cards. This guy just doesn't exist.
What about fingerprints?
Not a match yet, but you know, he may never have been fingerprinted.
Is there a lease agreement on file?
Well, you know, the landlord is pressing charges, said he's been paid by this company in Canada called ELF Incorporated.
ELF. It stands for Exceptional Life Foundation.
Some kind of charity, I guess. Anyway, I tried directory assistance, but the company doesn't have a phone.
Of course. Hello?
Oh, Miss O'Neill, I've been waiting for you.
Excuse me, how did you get in here?
I'm an associate of Mr. Ingerson's, Elvira Nivens.
And nobody stopped you because you're not supposed to...
Please, we don't have much time.
I'm very sorry, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I'll be brief, Miss O'Neill. I know that Mr. Ingerson has breached security. He told you he was an elf.
Well, yes, he did mention it, but...
With Mr. Ingerson in jail, it'll be nearly impossible for us to meet our distribution schedule. Children all over the West Coast will be very upset. You've got to get them out.
Somebody put you up to this, right? Was it Hank?
I've got Mr. Ingerson's bail. I believe this will more than cover it.
Gold coins?
You should have no trouble exchanging them for your domestic currency.
Look, I'm very sorry, but this won't do.
If you'd rather have diamonds, I can get them.
No, it isn't the money, Miss...
Nivens. Elvira Nivens. My friends call me Elle for short.
Oh, no, it isn't the money, Miss Nivens. I don't bail clients out. You'll have to do it.
I can't. I have no identification. It's required when you pay bail.
Why don't you have any ID?
Well, I know who I am. It's only when we deal with the world that we need it.
I'm sorry, but this is a joke, right? I mean, you don't expect me to believe this.
Believe, Miss O'Neill. Believe and help us. We have no one else to turn to. Merry Christmas, Miss O'Neill.
Oh, damn it! Don't be.
She didn't mean it, Santa.
Yes, she did, Santa. That hurt.
Why didn't you just pay the kid at the store to put it together for you?
Todd insisted that he could do it.
So where is he?
At the hospital. Hand me that hammer.
The only time I ever heard your father swear was on Christmas Eve. Every dollhouse and tricycle he had put together just drove him into a screaming fit.
He hates following directions.
Maybe that's what's wrong with us.
You didn't come with any, darling.
Does that look like it goes in there?
Try it. If it doesn't fit, get a bigger hammer.
Your father used to say.
Oh, I think Mildred Fillmore has the right idea. She just gives her children money.
Does make them feel very special. Does she actually give them cash, or does she just write them a check?
I want some of Tootie's cookies.
Yay! Me too.
What are you wearing to church?
I don't know yet. Probably have to come straight from court.
I can't believe you have to work on Christmas Eve.
Well, I have two choices. Either go to court or go to jail.
You're not going to miss midnight mass, are you?
I have never missed a midnight mass, and I don't intend to start now.
Here they are. You may have 2 each.
Oh, boy.
Thank you. Julie's cookies. What would Christmas be without them?
5 pounds lighter.
Oh, do you remember this? You made that in 3rd grade.
That was the year that at the lower school under the Christmas play, I was an archangel. And Doreen was a
snowflake.
That's it.
When I saw the 2 of you up there on the stage just singing your little hearts out, I was so proud.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year.
Don't even say that out loud. I'd be obligated to report it. I could get in a lot of trouble.
Forgive me, Miss O'Neill. I am very grateful for you helping to get me out on bail. I would not want to get you in any trouble.
All right, let's just drop it.
But what would happen if, say, theoretically, what would happen if I did not go back?
Theoretically?
Theoretically.
You'd forfeit bail, they'd issue a warrant, and they'd come after you.
Even if I leave the country?
You could be extradited if they found you. Where theoretically were you thinking of going?
Back to the North Pole, of course.
Of course. Where else?
You still do not believe me, do you, Miss O'Neill? Well, it does not matter. The children will not be disappointed. That is what counts, is it not?
Oh, you bet.
Thank you, Miss O'Neill. I will not forget you. Please, no matter what happens, do not stop believing. You have to make it of an exceptional human being.
Have you seen Jojo?
Jojo.
Mr. Gagliardi.
No.
All right, thanks.
Sure.
The original custom dating back to the 17th century is that every time that a man kissed a girl under the mistletoe, then he would pluck one berry. And of course, when there were no more berries, then there was no more kissing.
Then what do you do?
I've never gotten that far.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
For you, Del.
Thank you.
For Barbara.
Mm.
Merry Christmas.
Don't even think about it.
You expecting somebody?
No, I just don't want to be late for night court. You know how angry those jurors are going to be.
Yeah, well, at least it blows his chances at re-election.
He's not running again. This is Judge Binghamton's last hurrah.
Well, don't worry. Once he makes his point, he'll adjourn. He'll be out of there at 10 o'clock. Just kidding.
Oh, excuse me.
For decades, beautiful. Yeah, excuse me.
Where have you been?
Oh, the traffic was murder.
Did you get it?
Yeah, exactly what you ordered.
Oh, thanks, Jojo.
My pleasure. Excuse me, I got another customer.
Sure.
Did you get it?
Piece of cake. I deliver, you owe me 20 bucks.
Okay. Thanks, man. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you. I love fruitcake.
Hey, listen up, everybody. Can I have your attention, please? Did everybody get their presents? Am I right? Yes? Okay. Now, before you open your presents, I just want to wish you all happy holidays. Please drive safely, and may you get this year not only what you want, but what you truly need. Oh, and if any of you are interested, Santa's sled was spotted over Norway, and its ETA in Los Angeles is approximately 11:43 Pacific Standard Time. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad. Have I left anybody out?
No.
Okay, Happy New Year! Yes!
Merry Christmas.
Did you draw me? Here, Merry Christmas.
You drew me?
Yeah.
I guess you can't keep a secret.
Yeah. Shall I open it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I love it.
You do?
Gumballs for the non-smoker. That's a great idea. Thanks.
I thought you might like it.
That's neat.
Hey, Karen, my man, number 44.
You like it?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna frame it and hang it up on my wall. How did you know?
You said you were named after him. How could I go wrong? Merry Christmas, Hank.
Merry Christmas, Rosie.
Well, I gotta go to court. Thanks again. Your Honor, may I speak with you?
Where's your client?
I'm sure he's on his way, Your Honor. You know how the traffic is on Christmas Eve in the rain.
If he is not here in a half an hour, Miss O'Neill, you are both in big trouble.
Yes, Your Honor. Look, Your Honor, I know that you're trying to make a statement, which I understand, but...
Miss O'Neill, I am going back in there, and when Mr. Ingerson arrives, we are going to conduct some business of the state.
You're a very selfish man.
What?
Your Honor. Look, it's not just my Christmas Eve. It's his And it's hers and the jury in there, and their husbands and wives and children and family and loved ones all waiting for them. And all miserable because you want to make a point? This is the one night a year when families should be together. But you keep them apart because of your pride and your stubbornness. Don't you know what Christmas is about?
I hate Christmas, Miss O'Neill. I hate its tradition, its symbol, its cheap sentimentality. And don't you for a minute think that this comes out of some neglected boyhood, some unfulfilled childhood fantasy. Now, there's nothing so maudlin. What I hate is the hypocrisy that for one day the world behaves as if it knows exactly what it should be doing, and then the rest of the year it does what keeps you and me employed. The truth is, Virginia, there is no Santa Claus.
I know that. But I still believe in him.
It's for you, Mr. Ingerson.
Hello? Where are you? Mr. Ingerson, you're supposed to be here. Where are you really? What does that mean? That is not funny. Well, I'm gonna have a very unmerry Christmas if you're not here in 5 minutes, Mr. Ingerson.
Well?
He won't be here.
Where is he?
Somewhere north of here.
Can you be more specific?
He's at a payphone near the North Pole.
Oh, I see. Would you release the jurors, please? And I am issuing a bench warrant for Mr. Ingerson's arrest. Good night, Miss O'Neill.
Merry Christmas, Your Honor.
Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's fire when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
Now, who'd like to help me get some milk and cookies ready for Santa?
Oh, yeah! Yay!
Hey, Rosie, you want to open up your present now?
Oh, I'd rather wait till morning.
I'm not going to be here.
Oh, that's right. You're going to Aspen.
7:30 flight.
Only if you open mine.
Okay. Present time. What's this? Oh, it's for you.
Oh, boy! A present. Oh, Kimmer. That's beautiful.
Really?
Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome. My turn.
Oh, that's right. Your turn. Here.
Thank you. A book?
It's a diary.
Is this like the kind you write in?
Yes. And I included a list of hiding places that mothers never find. You're welcome, baby. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Okay.
Kim, your father just called. He's outside waiting for you.
He got a car phone.
I told him you'd be right out.
We're supposed to stop by Bridget's house before we go to midnight mass. Oh, well, look, I mean, it's not for sure that he's going. I mean, I talked about it.
Why don't you just get your coat, okay? It's a big church, darling. He'll be sitting on the other side. You'll never even see each other.
Did you know?
Of course not.
Why is he doing this to me? Did you know?
Kim just told me.
Well, I'm not going.
Oh, that's silly.
Well, you can think what you like, Mother. I'm not going.
I want my family to be all together for midnight mass like always.
I will not be stared at and humiliated like that. Everybody's going to be looking at Bridget and comparing her to me.
No, they won't. Fiona, please.
I hate like hell to miss it, Mother, but I am not going.
I'm really sorry, Rosie.
It's okay.
I guess I won't see you for a little while.
You better go. Merry Christmas, Kimmer.
Merry Christmas, Rosie.
I love you.
I love you too.
Good.
See you guys later.
Bye,
okay?
honey.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I hope he chokes on the wafer. Posy. When the hell did Patrick get religion, anyway?
Well, he has every right to be there. His parents go there. He was married there.
Yes, Mother, several times. Excuse me.
I jumped in the river to save you so I could get my wings. Uh-oh. Somebody's just made it.
Made what?
Every time you hear a bell rings, it means that some angel's just got his wings.
Hey, little fella.
We're leaving. I made up a bed in case you want to stay over.
I'll probably go home. I'm tired. I'll just come back in the morning.
You don't do it now, when are you going to do it? Next year? The year after? Never?
I'll come next year.
We'll be in the car. Bye, Rosie.
Bye.
I'm sorry. I just don't understand.
I'm sorry I can't explain it to you. I should have been through all this by now. Look, it's not rational, but it's how I feel. And I'd hope that you would respect that. I don't want to hurt you or Doreen. But I cannot walk into that church knowing that he's in there with her.
All right. Just do what your heart tells you to. Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
Merry Christmas, Mom. You better go. You know, I hate being late.
Christmas present from a very dear friend of mine.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right. Attaboy, Clarence.
Thanks. Too bad you have to work tonight.
I'm closing now. It's midnight. I just made it under the wire. Merry Christmas.
Oh, thanks. Merry Christmas to you. didn't see you. Are you all right?
I'm okay.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Where were you going?
Oh, just a few blocks away. I thought the buses would still be running, but I guess the drivers want to be with their families, too. Couldn't get anybody to stop.
Would you like a ride?
Oh, that would be heavenly.
You lean on me.
Oh, I don't need to lean. I'm all right.
Sorry.
Oh, don't worry yourself about it. Oh,
Get in there.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Oh. I'm in.
Buckle up.
Okay.
Which way? Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my bad ear. Can't hear. My name's Gabe. What's yours?
Rosie.
What are you doing out on Christmas Eve, Rosie?
I was on my way home.
It was late. Your family must be worried. You know, if it's out of your way.
Oh, no, really. I'd like to do this.
Well, I really hadn't planned on going out tonight with the rain and all, you know, but Christmas Eve is a lousy time to be alone.
Bay rum?
Huh?
You have on bay rum?
Too much?
Oh, no. My father used to wear bay rum, and I just haven't smelled it in a long time.
It's kind of old-fashioned, but I like it.
Yeah, me too. So where am I taking you?
3rd and Elm. It's a big church. You can't miss it. It's got a big stained glass window.
Yeah, I know where it is. Let me help you.
Oh, that's it.
There you go. Are you going to be all right?
Oh, yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, I hate to see anyone crying on Christmas Eve.
I'm not crying.
Well, you were. Anything I can do to help you?
No, thanks anyway.
Excuse me, I don't mean to be nosy, but do you have anybody waiting for you at home? Why don't you come in with me? You can get warm, dry off, sing a few carols. It'll make you feel better.
Look, I can't. There's someone in there I don't want to see.
Who would that be?
I'm sorry. I'd rather not talk about it.
You know, when I used to be down, my wife would remind me that no one is a failure who has friends, who has people that love them.
That's from It's a Wonderful Life.
She was a big Jimmy Stewart fan.
Oh.
She also told me never to miss an opportunity to celebrate the greatest gift we have, being alive.
I'm sorry, I really should go.
Well, thank you for going out of your way to get me here. Most people wouldn't. You sure you won't come? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
You're an exceptional human being.